Hey you guys, so I'm coming to you with my Glam eyebrow routine. The only time I actually don't do this eyebrow routine is if I'm on like a no makeup situation. So I guess it's just Glam and my regular eyebrow routine. Again, if I'm doing like a no makeup, I'll just take a quick pencil and go in. But like 90% of the time I'm wearing makeup, this is how I do my eyebrows. Yeah, so you can see on the other side, my normal eyebrows kind of thin and sparse, and I always recommend getting them shaped, maybe tweezed or waxed just a little bit to give yourself a guide before you begin this process, because that helps me out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I honestly do my eyebrows before I do any moisturizer, anything, because I feel like the product sticks better to my face. I'll do my eyebrows and then I'll go back with moisturizer and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do my right eyebrow on camera, but you can see, again, I've gotten them waxed probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and my hairs grow really slow, so I'm able to keep this shape and use it as a guide for a pretty decent amount of time until I have to do it over, until I have to get them waxed again. And this shape will just get me started in my guide to doing my brows. So first thing I do, this is all in real time by the way, first thing I do is I'm going to take a spoolie and I'm going to brush the brow hairs up. I'm going to be in frame in 1 second, I don't know what else to do. I'm going to brush the brow hairs up and then down to just get them calm, you know, just really neaten up any stray hairs or what have you. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills DipBrow. I use the shade Chocolate, okay? This is a cream pomade, and I'm going to tell you this now, it's very pigmented, it's very intense, so you can easily overdo it and use too much with this product. I've had this DipBrow for like 2 years, so yeah. And with that, I actually am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that it doesn't come with it. You buy it separately, but it's recommended for it. And it has the flat angled brush on one side and the spoolie on the other side. And so I actually did, when I first started using the DipBrow, I didn't have that brush, and it's a significant difference. So I'm going to get, that's about as much product as I need to do one brow. Let's see if you can focus on both sides of the brush. That's pretty much all I need to do one brow. And I'm going to go ahead, and I like to begin at the bottom of my brow. And what I'm doing is I'm just simply tracing out a shape pretty much. If you want to make your eyebrow thicker, thin, thicker, well, I don't know if you can make it thinner, but thicker, of course you would just, you know, trace it a little bit bigger, a little bit outside the brow. But I'm trying to stay as close to my brow hairs as possible. I do like a thicker brow, but not that thick. And basically I trace underneath my brow, and then I go ahead and I trace over top. And I'll tell you this, with my my arch is not as defined as I would like it to be, so I do kind of like emphasize the brow. You see how I press my brush down a little bit harder in that area, and then I take whatever's remaining on the brush and I kind of just do strokes through the brow, flip the brush over, get the rest of that product through. It looks a mess right now, like I just go ahead and get it through and push it through my brow, okay? And then I'll go ahead and I go back and I take the spoolie and I brush through it. You see how it thinned it out that easily? It's so easy to do too much with this. It's so easy to do too much. So yeah, and so I go ahead and thin it out. Now to make it like crisp and sharp and super neat, if you didn't know, the trick is concealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC, oh my gosh, I'm about to show you the back of it. I always get the names confused. The Studio Finish. I always want to say Studio Finish Concealer in NW45. I recommend getting a concealer that's like a shade lighter than your skin. I'm an NC50, but not too light, because you're going to cover it with foundation. You don't want a halo brow effect. So what I do is I take like a flat brush, I'm using an e.l.f. flat liner brush, and I go ahead and I use that concealer and I carve and trace that brow I just made, cleaning up any excess product that I have, covering up any stray hairs if I didn't want to pluck them or so, making everything blend together. This concealer is not too much lighter than my skin, and you don't want it to be, because you don't want that halo brow situation. But yeah, and so then I go on the bottom, and then I very carefully, oh my god, you guys, very carefully trace off the top. It's just a weird angle to do sometimes, and this comes with practice. I'm gonna be honest with you, it took me a long time to get this brow correct. It did. It took a long time to figure it out. I was very intimidated by my DipBrow in the beginning because I realized I was using too much. I was using the wrong brush. They were too dark. They were too blocky. Even though I have blonde hair, honey blonde hair, I prefer my brows to be darker than my hair when my hair is light. So I've never changed my brow color. It's always been this shade. If my hair is like blonde, I like my brows lighter than my hair, and if my hair is I like my brows darker than my hair, I'm sorry. And if my hair is like my black or my dark brown, when I have my hair that color, my natural hair color, I'll make my brows actually a little bit lighter than my hair. I don't know why, but that's what I do. This is the darkest I make my brows. So yeah, anyway, I take just a dense brush and I go ahead and blend the concealer out. I kind of pull it away from the brow and blend it out. I do all of this before foundation, by the way, so I can cover the concealer. All right, and then I take my favorite brow gel, and this is the e.l.f. Lash and Brow Clear Mascara, and I don't use it for my lashes. I always use it for my brows, and I go ahead kind of heavily press it in and comb it through the brows with the spoolie, and it gives a little sheen to the brow. I like a little shiny brow, and that is it, you guys. Let me know how you feel about it. That's my brow. And guess what? I wanted to show you guys this. I did the other brow. They never look the same. If I take my time, I can get it a little bit similar, but my other brow has such a it's longer, meaning like the arch isn't in the same place. Like, y'all, I be trying, but just never give up and keep practicing. But yeah, I did the other one as soon as I finished the first one, and they did not look the same. One's perfect, one's a mess. But yes, keep practicing, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. I love you.